Pastor Diane from Norfolk Wesleyan Church.
And I'm Pastor Peggy from Slave Lake Wesleyan Church. And today
is Tadpole Thursday.
One of the best, well, every day is the best day of the week when we're doing this stuff.
It is. Each day is different, but so much fun.
So much fun.
But this day is really going to be fun because we're going to do a couple of things.
Couple?
A couple, yeah.
Couple?
Yeah, a couple.
It's not a cuppa.
It's not a cuppa.
A cuppa. A couple.
Couple, as in two. First of all, as we've done every Thursday since we started, way back when, we're going to read a book.
Yay!
5 small loaves and 2 small fish.
Aww.
And we have another special guest with us this week.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna find out about that after we read the book. So grab your blankie, snuggle up, because we're going to read about Jesus and the loaves and fishes.
Yay!
Yay! 5 small loaves and 2 small fish. Written by Diane Storts and illustrated by Bill Dixon. On a hill, listening to Jesus, sat a boy. His stomach was growling. The boy had forgotten to eat his lunch. See, he's sitting there, right beside his little lamb. Listening to Jesus was too wonderful to stop and eat. But Jesus' disciples were getting worried. "Oh, it's getting late," they said to Jesus. "Send the people away so they can go and buy food." "You can give them something to eat," said Jesus. "How can we do that?" asked the disciples. "We don't have enough money to buy food for all these people." But Jesus knew what he was going to do. "How many loaves of bread do you have?" Jesus asked. "Go and see." One of his disciples, Andrew, found the hungry boy and the boy's lunch, 5 small loaves and 2 small fish. "Please come with me to see Jesus," said Andrew, "and bring your lunch." Jesus smiled at the hungry boy. "Tell the people to sit in groups," he said to the disciples. Jesus thanked God for the food. Then he broke the loaves and fish into pieces. Everyone got some. Everyone got as much as he could eat, and there was enough left over to fill 12 baskets. Jesus is someone special sent from God, the people said. The boy was sure that they were right. The end.
There's always something that fascinates me about that story of this little boy who was willing to share his meal.
Oh, what's that?
Well, have you ever thought about where he got that lunch?
Well, I suppose from his mother.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know. I mean, scripture doesn't say, right, where he got the lunch. Maybe he stopped on the way to this. I mean, they were right at the Sea of Galilee, so maybe he stopped and he caught his fish. Mm-hmm. But most likely, depending on his age, his mom or an older sister may have made that bread for him. And she would have had to gather all of the ingredients together, because you couldn't just go down to the local Sobeys and get or Loblaws or Ollie's in your case, and get a loaf of bread. She would have had to make it from scratch. And she would have made that bread, would have, like I've been making bread because of this lockdown thing, right? You buy some flour and some yeast and you make some bread. And she would have kneaded it and then packed it maybe lovingly into a little pouch for him to go off to this for his day. Who knows what he was going to do. But did she ever think that her bread was going to be used in this way when she made it?
Probably not.
Probably not. And it is, to me, it's just absolutely amazing that you give your all to everything that you do, because you never know how it can be used in a positive, beautiful way, as these loaves of bread and these fish were used in the feeding of 5,000 people. You never understand. You never know what's going to happen with something that you've put out there.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of the story is that it was a kid. It was a child that shared his lunch. And that just goes to show that you're never too young to help others out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful story.
Yes.
So, with that, we have my daughter, Lori, who is she graduated from Kingswood University, and she was before all this hit, acting as the youth and children's pastor here at Slave Lake Wesleyan, as well as our special events sort of coordinator. And so she is going to come on now and teach us how to make cookies that you can make with your children, or just make because they're really yummy. Because I've had them and they're really yummy. And I don't even like chocolate, but these are pretty good.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see how she makes them.
Yeah.
Take it away, Lori.
Take it away.
Hi everybody, I'm Lori. I'm really happy to be on this episode of Tadpole Thursday. Today we are going to bake a really great chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's a perfect recipe that you can either do by yourself or with a family member. So everything that you need is going to be on the screen for you to be able to make this recipe yourself. During this time of like physical distancing and self-isolation and stuff, it's a perfect opportunity to become creative. We have the time to do it. And why not become creative with a new cookie recipe? So let's get started and let's bake. So let's make our cookies. So first we are going to add our flour into our bowl, then our baking soda, our sugar, that's the white sugar, and then the brown sugar, and then just a little bit of salt. This brings out the sweetness. And then our chocolate chips. I don't have chocolate chips, but I have chocolate chunks, so that works too if that's what you have. Then we're just going to give this a quick stir. Now we're going to do our wet ingredients. So in this I have some butter, one egg, and some vanilla extract. And we're gonna stir this together. So your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees, and then you're gonna take your cookie dough. It may look a little crumbly, but that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. And just using your hand or a scoop, whatever you prefer, take some of the cookie dough and form it into a ball like this, and place it on your sprayed or lined cookie sheet. So I got 16 cookies. These are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes, or until you see that they're kind of getting golden brown around the outsides. And they're officially out of the oven. When you take them out, just allow them to cool for about 10 minutes, and then they'll be perfect and ready to eat. Thanks for joining me on today's Tadpole Thursday. If you made these cookies, make sure you share a picture of them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye.
Well, that was fantastic, Lori. Thank you for helping us out with that. We are excited. I've already tried the cookies, so now it's up to you out there. And when, like Lori said, when you've baked them, make sure you post a picture in our comments below and show us maybe even the process, of from beginning to end. It'll be a lot of fun.
How much flour you get all over everything.
Ooh, remember that commercial from years ago, the Rice Krispie commercial where the...
Yes.
Yeah, you could do that.
We'll put the link for the Rice Krispie Square commercial down in the comments.
Yep.
And along with your pictures of what you're doing. And we'll also add the recipe down there for those of you who, like me, like to cut and paste rather than write things out.
So from Slave Lake Wesleyan Church, I'm Pastor Peggy.
And from Norfolk, New York, I'm Pastor Diane. Be safe.
Be healthy. And be the church. Bye, everyone.
Bye.